Well, first of all, this is only 3 variables of the algorithm. We do have a follow-on parts that we're going to release about 3 more pieces of the 3 more variables of the algorithm. And ultimately, there's between 15 to 18 of these variables that make up the algorithm. And it's something that, we put it in bite-sized pieces. Hopefully you chew on it, look at it. Does it make sense? Does it not make sense?
Sure.
So, but in this article, one of the first things I think is very important is, figure out it. One, you got to understand what a TPA does. And a lot of people, and when we've asked a lot of questions about this from companies, what do you like about TPA? What do you think they do?
Yeah.
Everything. And almost everyone comes back and they say, oh, okay, they provide us jobs. And I said, well, why is that? And they're just like, well, you sign up, they give you jobs. And I'm like,
yeah,
well, that's called a sales funnel. So, if you look at it, one of the biggest responsibilities and something that fulfills for a contractor is a sales funnel. Just like we were talking before, whether it's Google ads, Facebook ads, or you got business development, or you've got something out there that's attracting your leads, this is considered a sales funnel. And it should not be on your own, and it should not be your only sales funnel. So we want to make sure that's very, very clear up front. And so understanding that piece of it is great. And from a contractor's perspective, you're like, yes, I've got a sales funnel. I got jobs coming in, and that's all good. Now, the second piece of what a TPA does, it's also a program and project management office for an insurance company.
Okay.
And so you got to understand the TPA is in the middle between the contractor, and it's also in the middle between an insurance company. An insurance company, the TPA is handling their claims management. And from an insurance company, that's great because they don't have the bandwidth, they don't have the personnel to do that. And so they outsource that, and they're willing to do that. Now, with that comes some metrics. They want to hold that TPA to a standard as well. And they have to make that business decision. Is that TPA doing what they want it to do? Is it meeting their requirement?
Sure.
And if a TPA has certain requirements to meet with the insurance company, of course, they're going to put those requirements on you. And that's what a project management office does. If you look at some of these bigger companies, Belfor, some of the Serpro, some of the big conglomerates within the industry, I guarantee you they have something similar to a project management office that is putting parameters onto their people or to their companies underneath that. Lockheed Martin has a project management office.
Mm-hmm.
You look at those companies, Boeing, every one of them, and those are to manage the projects within the company. And in the same sense, every contractor who's an owner or has executive leadership or the headquarters aspect of it, even for the smallest company that's maybe 15 or 20 people in there, they are considered a project management office to their departments. So it's a concept that rolls downhill, and everybody does it. So as long as you understand that aspect of what a TPA is, I think it gives you a better perspective, and that's what I wanted to bring out in that first section of it.